Hey, welcome everybody to our LinkedIn Live. This is Chester Elton's book club, Top of the Stack. I love the title, Top of the Stack. You know how you've always got those books beside your bed and you say, I'm going to read that book, I'm going to read that book, and then you kind of get a big stack. We hope that our recommendations take a book from the bottom of that pile to the top of the stack. And this month, it's kind of fun. We're going to do a virtual book top of the stack. And let me explain to you what that means. So there's a wonderful new platform out there. And Adrian Gostick, my co-author, and I are very excited about it. It's called Lit Video Books. So it's LIT Video Books. We're going to put some links in the chat for you. And the evolution is really interesting to me. You know, paper books have been around for literally thousands of years, right? And then we went digital with Kindle and the stuff that you can get on Amazon. And then, of course, Audible, which I'm a big fan. I don't know if you're a big fan of Audible. I love, you know, when you're working out or you're going for a walk or you're in your car, you know, to listen to a book. So you've got paper, you've got digital, and you've got Audible. Well, the next generation is video books. And now you're thinking, well, what's a video book? Well, video book isn't a TED Talk. It's literally, they take all your information from your book and they distill it down to like a 30 to 60 minute little miniature movie. And it takes all your information and it's fabulous. I really encourage you to go. If you go to Lit Video Book now and you put in your information, they'll give you 3 days to the platform. Okay, so the platform has 50, 60 books in it. They're all business books. So if you're looking to feed your brain and, you know, develop some, you know, get some new information and new skills, it's a great place to do it. You know, we're all ADD, right? So 30 minutes, we can carve out 30 minutes, right? And what they found is around 30 minutes, over 90% of people will watch it in one sitting. And when it's around 60 minutes, it drops to about 80%. But anyway, you get the idea. So I want to recommend a book on Lit Video Books for you, a friend of mine. It's Liz Wiseman, and the book is called Multipliers. So there's the graph. That's what it looks like on Lit Video Books. And Liz has had a really wonderful career at a lot of big companies. And she talks about multipliers, that you're either a multiplier or you're a diminisher. Now think about that for a minute. As a leader, are you a multiplier or are you a diminisher? The thing she talks about, which I think is really interesting, the trap that we get caught in is we may think we are a multiplier as a leader, when in fact we're a diminisher. And she's got all kinds of great tips on this. She talks about the accidental diminisher. And I think this is really important for all of us that kind of want to be better leaders, right? She said the accidental diminisher is you're the idea fountain. Right? Like we feel like we're the leaders. We got to have all these great ideas and all these crazy ideas, and we throw them out to the team. And what that does is it creates a holding tank, right? The idea fountain sort of, you're the only one with good ideas, right? That's the accidental diminisher. What you want to create is a holding tank. So where you get everybody's ideas coming into the holding tank, right? It's not just you. Like we're better as a group than me just dictating what all the great ideas are. The other one is, and I've had leaders like this, and I have been this leader, where you are always on, right? You're always just buzzing and high energy, and you've got all these great ideas and everything. And what that does is it sucks up all the space in the room. No one else gets a word in edgewise. Now, I can really relate to this because I'm the youngest of 5 boys, right? And I sort of never got a chance to talk. If you're the youngest in your family, you get this, right? Well, you can be that as a leader, and you think you're bringing all this energy into the room, when in fact you're sucking all the energy out of the room. So what you want to do is you want to create space for others. You might remember in our top of the stack, we recommended Michael Bungay-Steiner's book, The Coaching Habit. Ask more questions, listen more. It's that same sort of context. And then, have you ever done this? You're the rescuer, right? You're the one that swoops in and saves the day, whatever the deadline might be or the problem with the customer. And what you want to do is you want to be the one that asks for the fix. Hey, what do you think we should do with this? Do you see how thinking that you're being this great leader actually causes you to crush everybody else in the room? And that's what Liz is talking about. You think you're being a multiplier. You're not. You're being a diminisher. I love the one about perfectionists, right? Everything has to be just right. Instead of defining what the standards are up front. What is good? What is, sometimes just good is good enough, right? So you can see that you want to create this this atmosphere where you're including other people. She said, the diminishers are the people that say, nobody can solve this problem but me, right? Nobody's going to figure this out without me. If I don't show up, it's not going to happen. Instead, you want to be the person that says, we got a lot of smart people in the room. Let's figure this out together. So think about, are you a multiplier, which makes other people better, or are you a diminisher? I love the way she talks about at the very beginning. Her favorite example of a multiplier is Magic Johnson. If you're a basketball fan, the Hall of Fame, one of the greatest players literally in the history of professional basketball is Magic Johnson. Well, when he was in high school, his coach says, Magic, you're our best player. Shoot the ball. And of course he could. He was so much better than everybody else. And she talks about when he was in high school, he talked about the fact that they won a high school basketball game 56-42 or something. And Magic Johnson scored 52 of the 56 points. So think about that, right? So he started to look around, and his teammates, while they were excited to play with Magic, really never got the chance to shoot the ball. It was all Magic all the time. And then this was the part of the story that I really love. He said, and I looked into the stands to the faces of the parents of the other players, and their kids weren't really getting to play. So that's when he decided that, yeah, he could score whenever he wanted, kind of thing, but that he would be the one that made everybody else better on the team. And if you know anything about his career, he was a brilliant passer. He could set people up for the easy basket. He'd bring everybody to him, and then he'd pass the ball off for the easy layup. So think about that, from being a diminisher and yet the star player, and the permission from the coach to be the best player on the floor, to looking around and saying, you know what, this is going to be a lot more fun, and people are going to develop their talents if I become a multiplier. So think about yourself. Are you, the hog in the room that crushes everybody else's great ideas, or are you the multiplier that allows people to be their best? So the thing I like about Liz's video book is, by the way, it's 30 minutes. So easy to do, right? 30 minutes. And she talks about what it means to be a multiplier, what it means to be an accidental diminisher. And then she gives you exercises and tools to engage your team. Well, one of my favorite ones is, she says, name the genius. Find somebody on your team who's really good at something. How can you make it so that they are extraordinary? Give them opportunities to grow and develop. Find out where their passions are and develop that. How fun is that? Name the genius. I love that. And then she talks about brace for setbacks. Your business doesn't go in this beautiful, line that just keeps going up and up and up. It's the Rocky Mountains, right? It's up and it's down. Prepare your team for the fact that not all the ideas are going to work. We're not always going to have record years. How do you deal with that? Brace people for the downside. Celebrate the upside. Brace for the downside. Well, I hope you'll take a chance to, if you like the Audible book for Liz's book in Multipliers, if it's the video book, if it's the digital book, if it's the hardcover, we're going to put some fun links in the comments and allow you to do it. Now, if you go to Lit Video Books now and you sign up, you get 3 days for free on the platform. The other way is, we're going to put a link for you. If it's something that you enjoy and you think it would be good for your teams, We're going to give you a link. It's Lit Video Books, /teams and so on. If you click on that, you fill in your information. And then in the comment line, it says, tell me more. It says, please tell us more about your interest in video books. And then what you do is you put Chester and Adrian sent me. So Natalie, our wonderful producer, has put that in there. It's litvideobooks.com /lit-4-teams. I know that's a lot, but just click it in the comment book and pull it up. And then tell us more about your interest. Tell them Chester and Adrian sent you, and we'll give you like the hometown discount. Well, we're also very excited about this platform because just last week, our book, Anxiety at Work, is in Lit Video Books. And there's what it looks like when you go there. 30 minutes. They took, I think it was 12 to 14 hours of video and condensed it down to a 29-minute video book. Think about that, 29 minutes. And they did a great job. It's high quality. If you're wanting to manage your anxiety at work, 8 strategies on how to do that. So it's litvideobooks.com /anxiety at work. See what you think. And we would love your feedback as to what that looks like in the Lit Video comment section and all that great stuff. Well, lots for you to digest there. We've got Liz's book, Multipliers, with all those fun things. Are you a multiplier diminisher? Are you an accidental diminisher? And what can you do with your team to create, better synergy and make everybody around you better? Be the Magic Johnson on your team. And then our book, Anxiety at Work, on Lit Video Books. So one last thing, and this was released just last week again, is our gratitude journal is now available on Amazon. The Gratitude Habit, a 90-day journal to a more grateful life. We're really proud of this book. We've actually already sold out the first printing. We've gone to a second printing already. How to use gratitude to start your day, end your day, reflect on the week, reflect on the month. So we've given you 3 books this month, which I know is a lot. I hope that as leaders, as you develop, you're continuing to be curious. You're continuing to think about, how am I feeding my brain? The numbers are not good. A survey was done as to how many business people actually read a book for self-improvement over and above like their assignments at work. And it's less than 1 book a year. Less than 1 book a year. Well, I think with Lit Video Books, you could set a goal to at least do 1 a month. That's my goal. I go into Lit Video Books and grab one. There's the book on how will you measure your life, which is one of my favorites. Michael Bungay Stanier's book, The Coaching Habit, is in Lit Video Books. Marshall Goldsmith, my mentor, his book, What Got You Here, Won't Get You There, is in Lit Video Books. And in 30 to 60 minutes, you can check the box once a month to feed your brain, be curious, and become the leader that you want to be and that your team deserves. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks, Jafar, for tuning in from Tehran. Really appreciate you tuning in for our 15 minutes. And as always, I just really hope that you're taking time to invest in yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to read. And whether it's a video book, a digital book, an audible book, or a book, set a goal just once a month. It'll make you a better leader, and it'll help you be more curious and be a better person. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Appreciate Tennille Boyer tuning in. Love the positive affirmation there. Have a great rest of your week. And thanks to Natalie Duell, who's our wonderful producer, the ghost in the machine back there. Copy the links. Have a great week. Keep reading, keep feeding your brain, and put a book on the top of the stack. Take care, everybody. Cheers.